Hello, today in this video we'll be learning how to solve this problem and find all the x values. So let's get right into it. So this problem may stump many people because they don't know where to start just looking at this. They'll just feel like overwhelmed. But there's actually a really simple solution you can use to solve this problem. You just need to know how to solve quadratics. And essentially, we just need to split this up into 3 cases, which I will show you when we go through this video, and that'll get us to our solution. So let's get started with case 1. Case 1. So this case is in the case that a is equal to b, when a equals 1, a to the b is always equal to 1. So we can use that in this case. A in this case is x squared minus 7x plus 11. So we just need that to equal 1. So we can solve that right now. So x squared minus 7x plus 11 equals to 1. We can subtract 1 on both sides and get x squared minus 7x plus 11 equals to 1. Plus 10 equals to 1. And we can factor this, but we can get x minus 5 times x minus 2 is equal to, this is supposed to be 0. Wait, sorry about that. That's supposed to be a 0, and this is equal to 0. Then now we can use the zero product property, and the zero product property states that one of these has to be 0. So we can get x minus 5 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. So here you get that x equals 5 and x equals 2. So for case 1, we get our answer as x equals 2 and 5. Okay, so let me just clear this up. Let's move on to case 2 right now. So case 2, so our case 2 will be that. So we need to know a rule that a to the b power, when b is equal to 0, a to the b is always equal to 1. So we can apply it to this case and see that this is going to be our b. So we can just solve that and set b equal to 0. So x squared minus 13x plus 42 is equal to 0. Wait, sorry. We can factor this as x minus 7 times x minus 6 is equal to 0. And then if we use the zero product property, we get that x minus 7 is equal to 0, x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x here is 7, x here is 6, and we get our cases here to be as x is equal to 7 Wait, let me write that. 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Okay. Now we have 4 solutions, but there's one more case. The last case is, let me write it here. I'll use a different color. Wait, I'll just keep it. So our last case is case 3. Case 3 has a to the b power when we have a is equal to -1 and b is even. That's because when we raise -1 to an even power, you can express it as 2, I'll just call that n number, and then you can do -1 squared is just 1 to the n, which is just 1, right? So when a equals -1 and b is even, a to the b is also equal to 1. Okay, so how will we solve this now? Okay, let's see what values first. A is equal to -1. And our a here is x squared minus 7x plus 11. So x squared minus 7x plus 11 is equal to -1. Let me go down. So then we add 1 to both sides to get this equation equals 0. Then we can factor this as negative. Wait. We can actually factor this as negative x minus 4 and x minus 3. Because -4 and -3 is -7, and -4 times -3 is 12. So here we can continue, and we get x minus 4 is equal to 0, x minus 3 equals 0. Still using the zero product property, you get x equals 4, x equals 3 here, and then, but here we're not done, because, let me erase this. X equals 4 and 3. Okay, so we have that x is equal to 4 and 3. But when a is equal to -1, now we need to show that b is even. So, we know that b is, b in this case is x squared minus 13x plus 42. X squared minus 13x plus 42. Then we can just factor it again as x minus 6 times x minus 7. Okay, now we want to make sure b is even. So let's plug in our values we found for x when a is -1. I'll use. So x equals 4. Let's test that out. So 4 minus 6. And we have 4 minus 7. We have -2 times -3, which is just 6. So 4 works. because b will be even now. Now let's check 3. So 3 minus 6 times 3 minus 7. 3 minus 6 is negative 3 times, that's a minus. 3 minus 7 is minus 4. So when we multiply this, we get 12, and 12 is even. So x equals 3 and x equals 4 both work in this case. So we can write that down after. And we do it in orange. X is equal to 3 and 4. So, that's all the casework we need to solve these problems, and that's the x values we get for each case. So basically now we just group them. Let's write out the problem one more time. I'll write it down here. X squared minus 7x plus 11 to the x squared minus 13x plus 42 is equal to 1. Now, wait, let me make this look like a 4. Okay, so now we can write it here. Wait, I won't use text, I'll just use this. The real solutions that satisfy this equation. The real solutions that satisfy this equation. The real solution that satisfy this equation. Not. Then we'll just put x is equal to. It makes it more neater if we list it from greatest to smallest. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So basically all the natural numbers from until 7 except 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can just write, we have we have 6 real solutions. And sorry about that. That's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you learned a thing or two how to do this problem. Okay. by, well,